Alright friends, I have some unused space here in my office and I want to build a small, will it be bookcase or shelf?
Yeah, shelf unit.
To utilize that space, which is probably the last space in my office that is not utilized. So this is the space and we'll show you how it turns out. Hello friends, welcome to the channel. If this is your first time here, we want to extend you a very warm welcome. If you have been here before but you have not subscribed, please subscribe. If it is your birthday, happy birthday. By now you've probably figured out that our project for today will be a shelf unit for my office. Now this is a very good project because it shows you the fundamentals of carpentry that will allow you to build bookcases, frames, all kinds of different things if you follow along. So, especially if you're a beginner woodworker, stick around. I've chosen not to do any complicated joinery or corners. Everything is butt joints and with simple glues. Glues? How many glues am I using? With simple glue, a couple of brads and screws. So, stick around and see how we're going to do that. Alright friends, it is always a good idea to make sure that your blade is at 90 degrees before you start cutting. And one of the easiest ways is take your square, go at the one end of the blade towards you, and then go to the other end of the blade away from you. And as you can see, our blade is perfectly square. And if you really want to be 100% sure, go on the other side. And again, we see that our blade here is perfectly square. Now we want to divide this into what was it, roughly half? Alright, do we need to measure or what do you want to do?
Yeah, we should measure it and find the halfway point. They need to be the same size.
I don't like measuring. Yeah, clear, it's not straight. You see? You think it's straight there?
You can measure it to make sure before we do the cut.
That says 5 5/8, right?
Yeah.
Okay. This is 5 3/4.
Yeah, so,
It comes slightly here, this way.
well, this one I think needs to go out because that one you lined up, so this one needs to go out. Right?
I don't know. Try it. It doesn't look straight.
No, it doesn't. 5 3/8. There, that looks more.
Huh?
Wait. That one's not locked now? Is it locked? Yeah. For some reason that's not.
Now it's too much out.
Okay.
We're looking at centimeters.
I'm looking at this.
Okay. Where's the 5/8? I cannot see from here.
Right there where my finger is.
Okay, I think that's good.
Okay. Line that. I'll do this one again.
Okay. Can I have a push thingy and some glasses?
Push thingy's right there.
Well, no. Push thingy.
Make sure that when you enter your
You
board
want to do
is
that?
straight,
Okay.
because it's not right now.
Do you want me here or here?
Either way, just try to keep it tied to that. But when I start cutting, though, don't press on the blade because that will.
I just left this guy.
Okay.
The big one?
Yeah.
It's a 2x6.
All right. Stop.
It's actually 2 by 10.
We're only caring
Maybe
about
it
this
was.
direction.
It was.
So for one of our shelves, we're using a remnants of a 2x6 that we had. But of course, as you can see, it is too thick for our purposes. So we used one of the other pieces that we cut, and we just simply put it between the blade and the fence. So now we have a way to cut, actually rip this piece into the correct dimension. So you need to help me do this. So we finished the cut on one side, but of course we don't want to go all the way up because that would be very hard on our blade. So now we're going to flip the piece.
It's the wrong way.
Are you sure?
Yep. There you go. Because it was the thicker piece.
I think the piece was out, I think. Right?
Well,
Line it up. Line it up
Put it back on there.
Now we're
No,
making
with
a
the
mess.
groove.
with the groove so that we see which one is which.
See?
Look at the distance here.
I see the distance,
Do it
which
the other
means
way.
that the thicker side is the side we want. Right?
I
There you
guess.
go.
Yep.
Ready?
Yep.
All right, friends, we finished cutting, and here are the two pieces. And if you can see, this piece is exactly the same dimension as our other pieces. It looks like this is a little shorter, so we have to,
Yeah.
okay. And what we're going to do now, we're going to heat it with a little bit of sanding to take out the little burn marks and so forth.
Somebody needs some goggles.
You?
Whoever's gonna do the same thing.
He's wearing the goggles.
Pretty good, no?
That needs some more. There's a lip there. Right through there.
Don't give me lip, woman. What do you think? Try it.
Think there.
Yeah, right here is a big, there's kind of a, not a gouge, but a ridge.
Got it? I don't think you can make the knot totally perfect. All right, folks, using the shortest of the three horizontal pieces as a guide, we're going to cut all of them on in the same length. All right? Fantastic. Excellent. Magnifico. If you have any tags on your wood, remove them, especially if you plan to finish it. I'll leave that for you.
It needs to come this way, just a skosh.
What?
I said I think it needs to come this way, just a skosh.
I want the blade
The
exactly
line
on the
should be
mark.
right on the middle. 'Cause
Yeah.
we keep both pieces exactly the same.
Okay.
No, you have moved it there. Whoops.
Yeah, that might be too short. You might have to do that. Because
Well,
right. All right, friends, since this is considered furniture, we are going through and sanding every piece because we plan to actually stain this piece before we put it in my office. So by sanding, we just knock the sharp corners off and also any imperfections on the wood. I must say that ripping the 2x6 really generated really good results. Wouldn't you agree? Which shows you that you can actually take inexpensive wood, rip it and make it whatever you want. You could build a whole bookcase out of 2x6s if you want. And since you can even buy 2x10s, you can make it even bigger, you know?
that's a lot of trips up and down the stairs, though.
One of the downsides of using dimensional lumber like 2x4s is that sometimes they're going to have marks on them or writing, and sanding them with a power sander, it's going to take all this away and make it look uniform. Alright folks, we have used our jig here, our tabletop jig, to create a surface that we can clamp the pieces and attach them, and we did complete the first corner, as you can see. And now we're going, you want to do the second corner and then the top? And then the middle? Okay. Are you filming? You want a piece of wood there to make sure you're flush? You're not flush right now. You're good? Okay. All right. So you want to put the middle or the top now?
Middle.
All right. We use that as the middle.
This is the top.
Yeah.
I want this knot out.
Yes. Anything that gives the thing a character, I want it out. For me, all these wood imperfections actually give character to the wood, and I enjoy them. As you can see, I left this knot hole intact, and also this knot there, which may or may not fall. And also, I have a live edge there. Again, that is a matter of taste, and if you want it perfect, you can cut it to be perfect. But I really like that rustic look, that more natural, much rugged look, more rugged look. I'm going to put glue. Tell me when you think you're
Wait.
ready.
Okay, yes, but you're at a very big angle.
Are we good here at the bottom? We have put glue, and now we're putting brad nails. Tell me when you're ready.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, if you wanted this to hold a lot of weight, this is one of the best ways to do it, because the weight will go that, what, stuck?
I'm getting it out.
What I was saying. Yeah, the way that this is designed, because the screws and the nails go this way, it can actually support much more weight than if this was in the inside, and it will be a weaker bond.
So this little block that is a 90-degree cut is just a scrap piece that we're using to make sure that we're at a right angle at the joint that we're about to make, so that we know that the shelf does not slant forward or backward.
And we'll do that on both sides, right?
And
And
we'll
it
do
looks
that
good.
right once we get the glue on.
And we did make marks on the boards to help
Both
us find our
sides.
place after we did the measurement to get it centered. Remember doing the glue?
Measuring down.
It's
That needs to come this way.
Yeah. Push it. More.
more.
Yeah. It's not moving.
You want me to use the?
There.
Well, but that's making it
Too
at an
far?
angle. Hold on. There.
You want me to use the convincer?
I think we got it.
No, hold on.
We got it.
Okay. Just getting the convincer.
Is that right angle on that end?
Yeah, that looks pretty good.
There.
Okay, you want me to tap it?
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, just on top. That came out at me.
It didn't come out at you.
Okay.
It just came out.
Do I need this one?
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me when.
Hold on. There.
Okay, here.
Hold on. I'm coming. Wait. Sorry. There.
Right.
Well, this didn't really close though. You see that? I want you to be higher, a little bit higher.
I cannot because there are staples there.
There. Let me do it there.
Yes. But I think I'm too much to the right.
Nope. You're fine. So what's that called? A countersink?
Yes. Did it come out?
Nope. 'Cause we're a good team.
So where you want to go with this?
Hold on. Don't push. So you have both a Ryobi and a rigid.
Yes,
Which do you prefer?
the rigid. But I have much more Ryobi batteries. I only have 2 rigid batteries.
Don't angle it out. Make it straight if you can.
Well,
Okay.
actually, my ultimate favorite is the cobalt. But it would be overkill for this project, right?
I don't know. What's the difference?
1,200 pounds of torque.
Well, I guess it would be a little too much.
And if you want, you can fill this with wood putty. Are we going to do that or not? The holes. I don't care. I mean, I can leave them like that, but
So just drill countersink holes to get the screws
Yeah.
processed into it and add some extra strength to the shelf.
as you can see here, we have nice tight corners throughout the piece. Are we going to put the back or just the wall? Okay. So all the connections are very nice and tight, and we are rather pleased with the way this piece turned out. And now we are going to stain it.
That's pretty red. I was hoping it would be more brown.
Well, it's actually more red now. My office is more red than brown.
Well, a little red is fine.
I think that's fine.
Pinkish red is not fine.
But now you need more than one.
I am just taking a sampling of the stain on a sample of the same wood that we cut to see what color it's going to end up. I think I can live with that. That one's too dark and too red.
Okay.
That one's better, but I do need to stir it some more. This particular stain that we have on hand, which is we try to use what we have until we don't have any more, has polyurethane in it as part of the mixture, and so we want to make sure that the very first swipe at adding the color to the wood is going to be smooth. It's not the same technique as rubbing it in with a cloth like we usually do, because it's not going to actually sink into the wood. It's going to more or less stay on the surface with the polyurethane, which is why we're going to use a brush. That's about the right color. If it was a little, slightly bit more brown or honey colored, it would be, I think, just right. But okay, should I do the back first? Make
You can do
myself feel
whatever you
better?
want. We don't even need to do the back. Why do we need to do the back? It will not be visible. You listen so well. Honey, why don't you do the back first?
very strong.
What do you mean very
The
strong?
smell. That polyurethane will get you every time. And I'm going to end up with it on my elbows.
I smell nothing.
And your nose is broken.
As you can see, the grain is popping out really wonderfully, which shows you what you can do even when you use dimensional lumber. You can actually end up with very nice pieces of furniture. Were those pieces cut off that we bought? I'm asking if those pieces were cut offs that we bought. Where did we find them?
The 2x10s?
No, the other ones.
Oh, the other ones? Yeah, we bought them.
Yeah, I know we bought them, but I'm asking if there were remnants.
Yes.
They were some of the cheap lumber that we find and buy. Yeah, we could definitely make something really nice.
I love the knot. You know?
A couple of knots in there.
Not what you sort of the hard time with. Knots are very hard to cut through.
Yeah, your son told us all about
It all does, it all our electrical system. It all the fuses, right? Here, I think we do.
It's just a darker part of the wood.
Well, friends, we are finished with our project, and as you can see, it came out very nice. The wood grain is really amazing, and the live edges remain intact, which is something I do like. Now, that is a matter of preference. That is not everyone likes that rough look. I happen to do, but you can very easily have it like this piece is very much square. So you can choose pieces that are about perfect without holes, you know. But again, this is something that I enjoy, and I like having that way. We need to let this dry, so we won't be able to show it to you today on the wall. I'm sure at some point in the future you will see it in its position. But for now, I hope you did enjoy this short episode. And if you did, please smash that like button. If you didn't, hit the other button twice. Share, like, subscribe, and comment. Let us know what you want to see in our channel. And on Wednesday, we have a big tip for you. If you own a Jaguar X-Type, we're going to show you something that no one else on the web is showing, and that is how to check the level of your automatic fluid, of your automatic transmission fluid. So if you are interested in that, make sure you catch our Wednesday episode. Until then, I bid you well from the garage wizard, Mrs. Wizard and Elpida. We will see you soon.